What's going on, guys? This is Tim from 12 Mods. Just doing a little update video on Project Crew Cab. As you can see, the body's actually sitting how it's supposed to, and the rear suspension is actually in. Now, I might change the rear suspension just because of one reason. I don't want it going through the box, but I might change my mind on that because how it's set up right now, the articulation is really nice. As you can see, the truck is sitting on 155 wagon wheels with mud thrashers. I am going to go with a bigger tire and rim. So, because I want to keep this, I kind of wanted this lifted truck height, but I've seen it, like I was looking at it when I was compressing it down to lower it. As you can see, it looks pretty badass at stock height and everything. Maybe I can just go in between and go to like this height instead of this height. I'm not totally for sure. So if I do, that means I'm going to be changing shocks. These are 100 mil shocks. I will drop it down to a 90. So back to the stock shock heights. So I'm going to play with that. I'm not 100% sure yet. It's just, I'm still kind of figuring out ideas. I was thinking about putting a 2.2 rim with a stretched 1.9 tire on it. And I think that would probably look badass with this truck at this height. I'm not totally sure. I'm going to pop this tire off. And I'll show you what it looks like with an SSD 155 with a Pitbull Growler tire. Come on. Of course it doesn't want to slide on. Yeah, trying to do this one hand, it's not fun. There we go. So that's what it looks like with the SSD 155 and the Pitbull Growler tire, which is a little bit taller tire. So maybe going to a 1.9 rim with this 155 tire would probably work, or go with like a different tire. I'm not totally sure. I'm kind of up in the air still, but these rims and tires are actually for the regular cab trx4 build, which is sitting right here. I'm just working on the body, finessing it and everything else before it's off the paint. So that's why it's just sitting there. I just stole the tire off it just to try it on this truck. So back to this truck. This is how the rear shocks are done. I did it exactly the same as the other trx4. I had the same stuff, so I just duplicated the shock setup in the rear, like the other truck. But as you can see, it goes through the bed. I want to make an actual functional box in this truck, so that's a big thing. I am not putting the battery in the back like I did with the trail truck, because I'm actually using this truck for the trails. That's why I did all that. Where this truck, I want it to be more scale. So this is just a shelf queen, to be honest with you. I am still doing the full interior in this, but that's going to be down the road. So don't get your hopes of seeing that interior for a while. So pop the body off. And as you can see, there's the rear links that I got made by my good buddy Travis. Just ignore this here. This was just put into the bumper mount just to hold the box up so it wasn't sagging. That's all. I'm going to have a whole custom machine piece for the back. We'll actually have the hitch mount and everything else. Is going to be a drop down hitch, because this is going to be pulling a trailer, because it's actually going to be pulling the third truck that I'm building. That's a Chevy truck too. It's an actual another crew cab. Later, we'll talk about that one later when I start on it. But for now, as you can see, it's just stripped down, pretty much down to basic. I have the steering servo in it. The servo wire has been desoldered from it. I am gonna put it back on. I just did this so I didn't have a dangling wiring out of the way. Just because I still gotta sleeve the wire and everything else, so it's gonna be all super clean and everything. I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run a Tekin 2-pole touring car motor, so a 17.5 motor in this truck. I think that'll be more than enough. Maybe change my mind. I might go to something stronger. Maybe another Castle motor. The Castle motor that I got with the Mamba Micro X is actually in this truck now. I'm keeping that motor in there. So who knows? I might just get another motor, something like 4-pole with torque that I can still use that little micro ESC, so it can just tow, and that'll be good. So because I really don't want to change ESCs, because that ESC is nice and small and it sits right here, so out of the way. For the shifting servos, the front and rears, I'm going to make some custom mounts for those, and I'm going to mount one servo underneath the box and the other servo probably back in the factory spot here, down low, just lower, so they're out of the way. So I think that's my main plan for that. And the 2-speed servo is just going to be in the stock location. I measured out the floor, and it looks like I'm going to have lots of room to still have a floor and everything. So that's good. The motor is out of the way since it's pointing this way. So this is here where I was measuring. It'd be just in front of the front seats, so I could still kind of cover it up. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, that's how the chassis is right now. So again, there's the links, all made out of stainless steel. The front ones will be made too, and the steering links, so they're all going to match. Then the Eagle Racing shocks. So I might go to a shorter shock. I don't know. I'm still experimenting. I have no clue. I was thinking about even getting like a softer spring, because these springs are kind of stiff. But the other thing I totally forgot too is this truck's going to be pretty heavy once everything's in. Like there's no electronics or anything like that. You know, the 2S LiPo to drive the truck, the 3S LiPo for all the accessories and lights and everything else and all that kind of stuff, and then all the extra servos that are going to be everything. You know, this thing's going to have a whole pile of stuff just because of like all the different things. Like I am going to make all the windows roll up and down. So that's something that I'm working on too. And then, you know, the back tonneau cover, I want to actuate that so it's all moving all by itself. Like I said, this thing's gonna be a show truck, but underneath it's just gonna be like a crazy zoo. So I gotta build some crazy stuff. I'm gonna build like a networking circuit board that'll connect all the servos all properly and everything else, and then goes to the receiver and blah 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 blah. So yeah, but yeah, that's my update on this truck. Hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. But till then, yeah, just hope you guys come back for the next episode that I post up about this truck, or about the other trucks, or those trucks, or whatever. Alright guys, talk to you guys later.